Hi, love. Welcome. Today we are asking, what's your love language? Let's talk about love languages because, hi, love. Love, 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 love. Hi, love. Hi, sweetheart. How you doing? Painting my nails. Hi, Anthony. Hey, hi. Hi, love. Hi, Rajesh. Hi, Vinod. How's it going? Nice to see you. Who? Daily growth. You're about to be a dad yet another time. Your wife's pregnant by mistake. Uh oh. It's another blessing coming your way. Behave. What's going on here? AST, I'm not even going to read your comment. I'm just going to let it go. Anna, hey Anna, from Brazil. Hey love. Hi Vikas from India. India in the house. Ayan, Venom, Wallace. I'm beautiful. I'm doing well, beautiful. How are you doing? Hi, Finky. That's a cute name, Finky. Finky. It's actually a cute name. Leonas. Lelione from India. Manu. Monu is cute name. Jess, Wolfman 2000. Like said, hit like and subscribe. Study motivation. Study motivation. What do you do? What do you do? What's the study motivation about? Hi, Eroni. Eroni 31. Hi, love. I'm doing good. Today I'm painting my nails black. Yesterday I painted them pink. So I got tired of pink. Today I'm all black, so they have to go black. If the government does not help us, then we are a total of 5,000 people will go to the White House in Washington, D.C. and DEFECAT in the front of, whoa, go rob Aurora. Are you talking about, oh my, DC? Man. Hi, Star. Hi, Ayan. I'm in California. Hi, Ramapa from Canada. Hi, love. Yeah, today we are talking about this book, The Five Love Languages. Oops. We're talking about The Five Love Languages by Gary Chapman. And what's your love language? You know, tell us what your love language is. If you know one. I dropped something. Where is it? Did it? I think it fell through. Can I feel it? I dropped the magnet. Okay, maybe I can use the other magnet. I dropped the magnet that goes into, like this little magnet. I dropped it. I do have lots of books. I read a lot on mental health and happiness to create a happy life. So, do you know your love language? Do you have a love language? Do you know what it is? Hi, Ye. Today we are talking about love languages. I like gifts. I think 90% of girls like gifts as a love language. Gifting. I found that a lot of men love words of affirmations as their love language. Most men like love. Star says his love language is food. You know what? I think Gary Chapman missed to put food here as a love language. He missed it because food is actually food is actually a love language on its own. It's actually a love language on its own. Star's love language is food. For me, it's gifts. So, what's your love language? Tell us. I know Gary Chapman missed that. So, okay, so here are the 5 love languages. The first one is, like, you can see this little thing here. This is words of affirmations. So that's the first love language. The other one is acts of service. Okay, this is what Star wants: acts of service. Somebody to cook for him, somebody to make some tea for him, you know, acts of service. He, like, nice things. Uh, most married women, I think their love language is acts of service because they would want men to do more around the house. So to help out more, not even help out because it's their household, to do their job in, to do their job in the house. Um, and then we have receiving gifts. Receiving gifts. I like receiving gifts, so that's my love language. Quality time. Some people like people to spend time with them, go visit places with them, do things with them, and others like physical touch. Some people like to be hugged, stuff like that, like warm hugs, kisses, all that. What's your love language? When I'm asked what kind of gifts that I like all kinds of gifts, flowers, you know, something that says like, you thought about me. My love language comes because my mom, she used to buy me small little gifts. If she goes to work and she finds something like a cute dress, she'd bring it home. Or if she found something nice, she'd just bring it home. So that's how I learned that she loves me, by giving me gifts. So it just became my love language that way. Yeah, Hansuri says, I'm very nice. Yeah, today we're talking about love languages. What is your love language? Gary Chapman said there are 5 love languages, and we just went through them. Words of affirmation, people calling you sweetheart, nice things, telling you you're beautiful, affirming you. That's a love language on its own. Acts of service. Some people can cook for you, clean your clothes for them, help you with your calendar. Other people like receiving gifts, quality time. Some people like people who want to spend time with them, and others like physical touch. Some people like hugging. I mean, and you can have all of this, but most of us have one that if somebody uses it, then it says that they really, really love me. Ayan says that he loves me. Thanks, love. Yeah, I cannot speak Hindi. I only speak English. I come from Africa, so I speak Kiswahili too and Kikuyu. Yeah. And so what's your love language? Star, his love language is acts of service. He wants people to cook nice meals for him and deliver it to him so that he can just eat. I think that's awesome. Anta, nice to see you here. Yeah, what's your love language? How can we, what can people do to show you that they love you? I don't know if you guys can hear. Is it recording? Okay, now can you guys hear me? Yeah, so what's your love language? What actually can people do in your life? Gurav says Donald Trump does not care about climate change and he does not support LGBTQ rights. And we are all human, yet Trump shows a lack of respect for everyone. you know, Gurav, I I think Trump is a good salesman, you know. I think he's a good salesman. He wanted to become president and he had to say what he needed to say to become president and do, what his supporters have said. if you think about how we are going to live the next 4 years, you know, um, so they will have a lot of power in the next 2 years. The Trump administration will have a lot of power the next 2 years until we have the elections and a lot of governors and lose their seats and all that, and then it becomes balanced. So, you know, in a democracy where you have to accept that half of the country, you know, voted for him, we just have to endure those 2 years and then go back, and hopefully people learn their lessons and they vote better. But in the meantime, concentrate on other things. Concentrate on your business, your school, your family, you know, and how you can show the people in your life that you love them. Focus on the positive, you know. My name is Kanini, because sometimes we just have to watch, to sit and watch and pray, you know, that it doesn't get as bad as, you know, what we outlined in the project. But, you know, the thing is, what I tell myself, I don't want to be angry and bitter, because, you know, we live in a democracy and people have to vote, and that's their democratic right, and they just have to do it. So what I do right now is I choose my friends wisely. I want to be around people who are positive, people who are bringing me, you know, positive energy, and just cut out the noise from everyone else, you know. I think that's the best thing you can do. Ayan. Ayan wants to marry somebody. Ayan, what's your love language? You can't marry people if you don't know how to communicate their love language. What is your love language? If you want to have love in your life, you need to know how to be loving to people. The secret that, if you want to create secret of creating lasting love, you have to know other people's love language and use them. And then you need to know your love language, and so that you can tell people what they need to do so that you can feel love. A lot of people, they would have better marriages if they understood how to communicate the love language that the other person wants. So what's your love language? Ayan, you can speak. So words of affirmation, quality time, receiving gifts, acts of service, physical touch. These ones. What's your love language? These are the three main, the four main ones. Five. They're supposed to be five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, yeah, these are the five main ones. By Gary Chapman, by Dr. Gary Chapman. He wrote this book, very helpful book that can help save your marriage, save your relationship. Ayan says quality time. Quality time. So let me go to the quality time people. Quality time. Let me see what it says about quality time. Oh, let me go to the beginning so that I can know the page. Quality time. Ayan says he likes quality time. So quality time is on page, let's go to page 55. Let's know what Ayan is about. He says he likes quality time. So it says time is very precious, right? We all have multiple things that we need to do in our life. So a lot of people are busy. So when somebody wants you to spend quality time with them, you know, they would feel like you're not really loving them if you're too busy. So what do you like to do? Do you like to spend times like Ayan? Do you like to go, like, you know, hiking? Do you like to go out for lunch? Do you like to just go out, sit out and watch a movie? Or do you like walking? How do you like spending time with people that you love? Ayan, you say this is your love language. Let us know. You might meet somebody here who likes the exact same thing, and they might just want to be with you because you both speak the same love language. So let us know, what is the how do you like to spend your time? Okay, so you like quality time, but you also like to be ignored. I will ignore you. Okay. Or you can only or you can only say yes or no. Okay. Okay. So, do you like to go to the mountains? Yes or no? Or do you like restaurant? You can write restaurant or lunch. Or if you like to spend time with somebody, like watching TV, quality time, people do those kinds of things. They like people who can communicate with them, like having conversations with them, laughing with them, like, they just like hanging out with people and kind of, just having a good time. So those are people who like quality time. So what do you like? What's your love language? We're talking about Gary Chapman's here. Love languages. Some people like to be given gifts. Some people like quality time. Some people like physical touch. Some people like words of affirmations. And other people like acts of service, like if you cook for them, if you help them with laundry, if you help them with homework. Some people like those kinds of acts of service. What do you like? You guys, make sure that you're writing on the chats on the chat below so that we know if you're engaging with this or whatever you want to talk about. That's what I had prepared today. So, yeah, that's that. Ariane, I don't know. I think the best thing to say is I like you when you meet somebody like on the internet. It's like, oh, I kind of like you, because love is deep. Love is kind of like, this person, their bad habits, their good habits, and you still kind of still want to be around them, then you love that person. I think love comes with time. Ooh. Yes, yeah. So it's better to say kind of like I like you. Hi, Joala. Hi, love. What's your love language? Today we are asking people what their love language is. What can people do to make you feel more loved? What do they do to make you feel loved? If you know what makes you feel loved, hi, hello. I don't know, Ayan. You love, when you say I love you to people, is because you know them for a long time. That's when you say I love you. You just don't say I love you to strangers. With strangers, you can say I like you. I think you're amazing. And yeah, and you like somebody because you kind of know them. I like Ayan because he seems very engaging in my live stream. He's talking and he's engaging. So I like that. I like engagement. And, and I think people like us when we pair ourselves with something that they like. so, so I guess, yeah, I noticed that with kids, they don't like you like, because you're special or anything. Kids only like us because of the things that we do for them. So he is happy now. So what is his love language? It's nice to know your love language. It's part of being self-aware. For me, I know if if somebody is buying me gifts, then I know that they're showing me really that they care and value me and my time and who I am, and they want to make me happy. Because gifts, for somebody to bring you gifts, they would have had to earn money, go to the store, figure out something that you like, specifically you, because like there are so many things that somebody can buy and I would not care for. But even a small card that is funny with a funny message, I like small stuff like that, even if it's something that will just make me laugh. So for me, that is a huge way in my life where I feel love, you know. So like that is like I think that's my biggest love language. I used to think it was quality time, but I realized I like to spend time by myself most of the time. Most of the time, reading or doing yoga or doing stuff, right? And then I realized it's probably not quality time. It's probably gifting. So what's your love language? How do you feel? How do you feel like that people do? Venom, what's your love language? What's your love language? You must have a love language. Those 5 love languages, he has, this book has been sold over, I think, over 10 million copies. It was a New York Times bestseller, this book. It's been sold all over the world. So it's important, if you want love in your life, to know the love languages that people speak, so that you can speak their love language. For example, if you want somebody to fall in love with you, you need to know their love language. Otherwise, they will not be able to fall in love with you if you never speak the love language that they speak. So if somebody likes gifting, like me, like I love gifts, it doesn't matter how much time you try to spend time with me, I may not feel loved if somebody never really bought me some gifts or showed me affection that way. So I had a friend of mine, she also had the same love language. Her love language was gifting. And so she met this guy who was a very successful doctor, and and um, and she told him, if you don't show me my love language, I will not be able to fall in love with you at all. And the first few months, he thought it was a joke, so he would come empty handed, and she was like, go back. I don't want to see you. I don't want to see you. And then he realized, I'm not going to be able to win this girl over. So he started buying flowers. Every time he comes, he would come with flowers, and she'd be more happier, invite him in. They would talk, and then and then she would tell him to go, And then he started realizing that if I speak her love language, she is more likely to be tolerant of me. And they ended up getting married, and he is happy. And it's because he paid attention to this doctor and what he said about love languages. If you speak somebody's love language, then they will be able to feel that you love them. So it's not about what your love language is really about their love language, and how they feel loved. So it's good to, if you want to be successful at loving people, people speak their love language, like speak the other person's love language, not your love language. Like if I meet somebody who likes quality time, it doesn't matter how many gifts I buy them, because for them gifts are not, are not what makes them feel loved, is spending time with them. So you can, if you buy somebody gifts and their love language is quality time, they will not feel love. Yes, yeah. So yeah, I mean certain gestures. So everybody, people have different love languages. So and so like, and these are the five main ones. The five main ones that Gary Chapman has in this book. The one is words of affirmations. Like words of affirmations are like telling somebody, I love you, you're beautiful, or you're strong, I, I need your help. And a lot of men that I have asked their love languages, they like words of affirmations. And they like women to use words of affirmation like, you're good looking, you're handsome, you're strong, I love you, you're a successful person. Like a lot of men want to hear this. Hi, Dodge. Today we are talking about Gary Chapman's The Five Love Languages and how people feel loved. And we are talking about the things that people can do to speak other people's love language. So like words of affirmation, if somebody likes that you tell them words of affirmations and you don't, they will not feel like you love them. Some people still want to hear you call them honey, love, sweetheart. They want to hear that you're amazing, thank you. Especially like a lot of men who do a lot of nice things to their women, they want to hear them say thank you. Like they are grateful, that they appreciate them and the things that they are doing. So if a woman doesn't say those things, and the man, their main love language is words of affirmation, they would not feel love. So you have to pay attention to the person that you want to love, or you want somebody to fall in love with you. You have to pay attention to their love language. Otherwise, they will not be able to fall in love with you, because they just can't fall in love with somebody who is not doing things that make them feel loved. So that's what I mean. Like knowing somebody who, what the love language is. I was reading, what book is that? I was reading a book by Dean Graziosi. I don't know if you know him. Dean Graziosi is a business partner for Tony Robbins. And he was telling his story, right? He was talking about how his father and his grandfather, they did not have a good relationship. And then him and his father, they did not have a good relationship. And then he saw that him and his son, they were starting to have not a good relationship. And he did not want to not have a good relationship with his son. So he actually used this on his son. He started thinking about what he's like, observing his son, and he found out that his son likes acts of service. That was his love language. So when his son was in his room, he would make him some sandwich, some coffee, and bring it to his room, because his love language was acts of service, and their relationship actually improved. So now the father and son, they started having a wonderful relationship, because he just spoke the love language of his son. And this is how you can enrich your relationships. When I like Dodge, I like that you engage in the live stream. Because what we are talking is very important. It can improve somebody's life drastically if they pay attention. So when you have relationships at work or at home, be keen on the love language. Grab this book and start using this magic of understanding people's love languages and using them to to improve your relationship. People who are good with relationships make more money in life. People who are good with relationships, you know, do better in life, financially, health-wise, they do better. So if you don't know how to speak somebody's love language, it's going to be so bad for you, because you will suck at relationship. Things will not go well for you. Finances may not go that for you, you know. Yes, even though you're still married, you can still learn. And this book is very cheap on Amazon. And look, it has how many pages? This book is practically like nothing you can read. And he has other like nice books that he has written. And it has quizzes that somebody can do so that they can figure out their love language, you know. You know, like they ask you a question like, I receive a loving note, text, email for no special reasons from my loved ones. Like, is it more meaningful for you to receive like notes, somebody writing you something nice that I love you or I care about you? Is that something that you like receiving? My love language is drink. So what do you drink? I mean, if you drink alcohol and you think that's a love language, if that's what you mean, I think you have a lot of psychological problems that you haven't even begin to look at. If alcohol gives you courage, it means that you don't have a practice that gives you, like if drinking alcohol is what gives you courage, I think you need a lot of self-awareness. I think you probably haven't started your healing journey and your spiritual enlightenment journey, and that means like spiritually you're still like, you need to start working harder to, you know, to get courage from other things outside drinking. You still need to train your mind. So that could be a good love language. Notes, texts, yes, you know, that could indicate that you probably lean towards words of affirmations, you know. And some people, or is it more meaningful when you can spend time with somebody, just the two of you? You know, people who like quality time, you will see that they just like meaningful time, just the two of them, like, you know, going for walks, beaches, going for concerts, traveling together. And there is something to that, right? If you call somebody sweetheart, they're more likely to be sweet to you because you called them sweetheart, instead of just calling them their angry first name, like, hi Mary, come here. You know, hi sweetheart, how are you doing? They are more likely to be even more sweet to you. Hi Sarthak, and hi baby, honey, sweetheart. It's you know, it's the magic. That's the magic of using your energy, the sound energy, to create an effect that you want. And that's how, like yesterday we were talking about creating happiness with your 5 common senses, like sound, hearing sound. Hi Harsh, nice to see you. Nice to see you, love. Yeah, we were talking about creating happiness with your senses. You know, words of affirmations are huge, you know, creating happiness and love in your relationships. So, and a lot of men, they like words of affirmations. So ladies, if you're here and you're paying attention, use words of love affirmations to your husband, to your man. So guys, let me know here, what are the words of affirmations that men like to hear? Because I know a lot of guys, a lot of people here on my channel are men. What are the kind of words of affirmations that men like to hear? And probably that can help me write my next book about love languages. you know, um, yeah. So that nice to see you. Uh, Harsh, I remember you definitely. You come to both my channel and Shai's channel. You bounce around. You figured it out. You got it all dialed in. Love, 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 love. Harsh wants to talk about relationships between students and teachers. Please, let's talk about relationships between teachers and students. What is your main concern, or what is your main thing about the relationship between teachers and students? I think there is a sacredness of a relationship between a teacher and a student, or even a therapist and a patient, a doctor and a patient. There has to be a level of respect. I actually saw this one news of this white woman who was a therapist, and she went to jail. She's going to jail because she had an inappropriate relationship with her patient. And I don't believe that if you're a coach, a mentor, a teacher, you should have a relationship with somebody that you're helping guide. I certainly think that's a violation. I still think that it's not an unbreakable bond. It depends on what you say. Like I don't think like a teacher and a patient, a teacher and a student should never have a romantic relationship, you know, um, because you're a teacher. We put you in a higher self, in a higher level of esteem. Yeah, it doesn't end good. Yeah, when it's like, so how do you manage bonds between friends? Yeah, so a teacher and a student, first of all, a teacher and a student, they are not friends, because is one has more authority and more understanding, and they're helping this other person come to that level, right? So I think if I go to learn something, let's say I go to learn cooking or to learn mental health or learn anything, we should maintain that relationship. It's a healthy distance, right? And I think every relationship should have boundaries. If you want to have a good relationship with anybody, it has to have boundaries, whether it's between a teacher and a student, a mother and a child, a wife and a husband, two friends. There has to be boundaries. Like, for example, my friends, I don't like them to borrow money at all from me. Like that, those are the bounds that we have. Like, don't borrow money from me, because a lot of friendships kind of break because of money. So my friends need to figure out their finances, and I need to figure out my finances. But those are the boundaries that I have put. Uh, okay, emotionally, I think I think the student should be respectful of the teacher, because if when I am okay, so between a relationship between a student and a teacher, so because teachers want the student to learn, so there has to be respect coming from the fact that the teacher is giving you instructions, like do your homework, show up on time, do this. I think the student has to follow that. Like somebody is coaching you, somebody is mentoring you, somebody is teaching you. You need to show them the respect and the reverence that, oh, you're going to show up on time, you're going to do your homework, you're going to ask questions, you're going to admire their ability to, to put their time into you and to show you the ropes. So a genuine student who is bright always has that reverence towards their teacher, that their teacher is showing them something. Now, a teacher towards the student, a teacher should always be patient towards the student. A good teacher is always patient and ready to um, anticipate the questions of the student. So if you're a patient teacher, you know that your student will do a lot of mistakes, but they're going to learn from that. And you have to let them make their mistakes and guide them gently. Like, okay, because people learn through repetition, people learn through failure. So I think the best thing that a good teacher can give a student is, first of all, prepare the material thoroughly so that they know what they need to learn. Then be patient, watch them, be kind to them when they ask questions, stuff like that. Hello, Hash. Like watching her do yoga, huh? Okay, yeah, I do yoga. Um, so I know, Hash, I don't know if that has answered you between the relationship between a student and a teacher. Emotionally, the student should be respectful of the teacher and do the instructions they are asked to do. Emotionally, the teacher should be patient and loving and guiding and able to help narrow the gap so that the student can actually even be better than the. So I already did today's yoga sessions. I did two. I did two sessions today. One I was guided by Tim Senesi, and the other one I was guided by Swami Ramdev. You probably know him. He has like over 11 million subscribers on YouTube. He's that good. He's a Swami. So I did those two, and I feel good. I started doing yoga because I have a neck problem because I need to see a doctor because my neck has been bothering me. And so I decided to do yoga every day just to make sure that I'm taking care of my alignment. Oh, Swami Randev also has a brand called Patanjali. Cool, cool. Yeah, yeah, I just put his YouTube videos, and I just do, like move my legs, everything, um, like kind of like move my body because it's real. Like moving your body brings in good health, and I have, I can every day I do yoga, it becomes easier and easier. So I know that it works. Yeah, so Hash, thanks, and thanks for joining in to my yoga live sessions. When you see me live, just like the video, I know I'm not usually talking too much on when I'm doing yoga because I'm doing the practice, but I also do it to encourage other people who are working hard towards creating balance, to show them that it's possible to wake up every day and be committed to the practice because it's good for your body, it's good for your mind, it's all around beneficial for you. Yeah. Yeah, so that's what I do. So, yeah, love language. Going back to somebody speaking your love language, they can make you really feel special and cherished and loved. And if you like for example, like most of us I have seen people who when they do well in life, they start buying presents and gifts to their parents. They kind of start giving back to their parents who brought them, who helped them, supported them in life. And that's a love language, to go back and show gratitude to somebody who has supported you. Um, all that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me try to put on a new quote. Yeah, so I mean, can somebody tell us maybe how they've used love languages to improve their relationships? The way Daj has used his love language of positive affirmations, to he says he doesn't even remember calling his wife by his name. Dodge City, is your wife's name Jenny? Is it Jenny? Yeah. Yeah, honor your father and mother. And that is the only promise, the only commandment with a promise, so that you might live long. I remember because you wrote it the other day. Honor your father and mother so that your days may be many. And that is the only commandment with a promise. The only one with a promise. If God says that, it's true. If God says that, it's true. I remember I was coaching this young man, and it was difficult for him because his mom, the way he described her, is a narcissist, a very difficult woman. Yeah, Dodge is from Arkansas. Comes from Arkansas. So it was very hard for him to, he didn't want to have a relationship with his mother because she's a narcissist. And sometimes it's very hard to follow the voice of God when it's so difficult for us. But I told him, if you don't want to talk to your mom, that's fine, but don't call her and say negative things. Don't call her and say stuff. Um, yeah, I do have a good memory. um, yeah, it's already not. You're like, Harsh, you're like 11 hours ahead of us here in California. Happy future. We are back in time. We're going to catch up. We will never catch up. Harsh, you're studying mechanical engineering. Uh, yeah, it's all about positive energy. When you realize the power of positive energy and how it creates new things over and over and over and over. Yeah, no negative words. That's why, like, I wonder when people are so negative in the political system, what they don't understand, there is nothing that anybody stands to gain from the negativity. You know, but I have to remind myself, I want to create a beautiful world for myself regardless of what's happening outside. And I have always to remind myself to be kind, to be polite, to be nice, because that's the world that I want to surround myself with. Good mental health, happiness, kindness. So, you know, yeah, learning to be mindful with the language that we use, the things that we say. Yeah. Yeah, and this, you know, this includes like loving yourself, right? When you love yourself, you also use these love languages towards yourself. And this shows you how to love yourself and love other people, create long-lasting relationships. Exactly. Yes. If you speak positive words of affirmations to everybody, they also use those words in return. And the energy that you give comes back to you. And there's somewhere in the Bible that it says that it can come to back to you even seventh fold, you know, or where the Bible says like your cup will be full and running over, you know, that your cup is already full and it's going to keep running over. And you think about that, and you think about like when you put negative energy out there, it will come back to you, you know. And it's magic, it's kind of like magic, um, but it works. But it works. So I think it's good when people know that they are playing with energy every day. Like we are playing with energy every day, and energy doesn't lie. Energy does not lie. What you put out there comes back to you. So yeah. Running over when your cup is full. Yeah. So anyway, what are you guys, when you know, a lot of people like to see like red flags. You know, what are your green flags and red flags in relationships? What are your green flags? Like, hey, somebody is kind, empathetic. Um, you know, because when you think about that, your green flags and your red flags, they can also tell you, you know, your love language. Like for me, my red flags are an apathy, you know, somebody, I think the biggest problem that we have is an apathy. People don't have any empathy. I think that's the number one problem in America. So for me, like my biggest red flag is, you know, like the Karens, people who are argumentative, entitled, all that. Oh wow, that's a good one. Somebody told Dodge that I would just I would just give one person a compliment every day and my life would change forever. Putting your feet into someone else's shoes. Yeah, empathy. Empathy. I think we are missing a lot of that in society. And I don't know when people decided that empathy is not needed and that it's a stupid thing to have. Because everything that I'm hearing these days is how people are entitled and they lack empathy. And I'm like, we are going to, if we continue this way, we may not have, you know, we might suck out happiness from the society, and I don't want to live that way. So I will train my mind to have empathy, to be kind, to be polite, you know, just go the Christ mode. Go Christ mode. Love your enemies and forgive those people who persecute you. You just have to go that route to find happiness in life and good mental health. You just have to be radical and just go that way. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the teaching on like the Sermon on the Mount. it fell out again. I don't know. Can you hear it? It keeps falling. Oh, here it is. I have these magnets. Sometimes they fall off. Yeah, the salmon. Yeah, you say I affirm everything. Yeah, because it's good mental health. And we have a way that leads to good mental health. And then we have a way that leads to bad mental health. You know? Kindness, generosity, patience, all those things. Christ would never lie to you. A politician can lie to you, but God cannot lie to you. It's the straight and the narrow that leads to a happy life. I'm repainting my toes black from red. Woohoo. Yeah. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. I mean, sometimes I feel that, Christ must have been God because only God can speak like that. Like, if you think about how timeless the teachings of Christ have been, timeless, timeless, time over time over time. And I don't know how people cannot read that. Yeah, every single person is your neighbor. Yeah, I know some people are very literal. They think he just didn't say love your neighbor like next door. Obviously, you can't be that literal with the Bible. He did not mean like, just your neighbor across the street. He meant everybody. Let me move. I've been sitting for a while. Don't laugh at my place. It's kind of like, it's messy. I want to warm my tea. Oopsie. My camera is on a stand, so when I move, it kind of moves. I'm warming my tea from this morning. Thanks. I may have to move from this place. I feel bad, but I'm looking. I want to launch my online coaching, and I think I'll need to get like, hi Eswar. Yeah, I need a much cheaper place so that I can put all my resources into online coaching, because I'm still growing this channel. And yeah, I just want to go lean. Plus, I don't need all this space. I'm all by myself. A place, yeah. Eswar, nice seeing you come through. Hey, today, I don't know what happened. When I opened this live chat today, like a lot of people came into the chat. Look, it got like 23 likes already. So thanks, guys. You're making this channel grow. I love you. Love you. You're amazing. Love you. Eswar, what's your love language? You know, we might grow on this channel, and if you don't say your love language, and we have a lot of money, we may not know your love language at all. Love you too, Dodge. Love, love. Love, love. Today I'm wearing all black. Black. Let me grab a cup of tea. A cup. Cup. Eswa, what's going on with your life today? What is going on with your life? Let us know. Ah, you're going to lunch. Dad is going to lunch to see his friend. Nice. That's always nice. So I've been taking this. This collagen thing is really good for your bones. Like, I bought it at CVS, but it's collagen peptides. They're very good for your joints, your bones. Yeah, it's hydrolyzed collagen. It has 18 amino acids, bioavailable. Yeah, talk to you. Like seeing you, Dad. Love you. So yeah, go have fun. Yeah, but this is one of the like healthiest things these days that people are talking about. Yep. I'll grab my tea. Let me grab some of this. Bye, Dad. Talk to you soon. Yeah, tell me what's up. What's up? What's going on? Let me come here. Oops. I'm just moving you guys around. Well, since nobody's here, I'm going to end this live chat. Love you guys. Bye.